Middle market companies, these are firms that have revenue anywhere from $10 million to $1 billion, and though they represent only 3% of businesses, they actually generate a third of private sector GDP, a third of private sector workers. So small, but hugely influential, as underscored by a new report. Let's talk with Tom Stewart. He's Executive Director of the National Center for the Middle Market. Boy, I was really impressed with how this one sector creates jobs in America.
You know, these guys are the unsung heroes of American business. They've got the factory down at the end of the road. Nobody pays any attention to them. But if they continue creating jobs at their current pace, they will create 60% of all new jobs in the United States this year. It's really an astounding group of companies.
Now, the recession, that's certainly cut into GDP growth, but not so much in that mid-sector.
It's interesting. The middle sector seems to be extraordinarily resilient. Yeah, numbers went down, but not down as much as for the S&P 500. And down the little guys, you got a lot of companies. You can look at any main street and see those empty shops. You got a lot of companies that simply went out of business. But the median age of these companies is about 31. They've been around. They're conservatively managed, and they survived the recession, and they seem to have bounced back. The last quarter, I mean, the year-on-year growth in these companies in the last quarter is 6.6%, which is nearly twice as much as the S&P 500.
Can you talk more about what accounts for all of this?
I think it's partly that they're of a size where they know their customers really well. They are of a size where they can focus really well. So they tend to, one of the interesting data points we have is their confidence in their local economy, which is really high. It's sort of like Congress. Everybody hates Congress but loves their congressman. They really know their local economies, and they really know their customers. So I think it's focus, and they tend to be pretty conservatively managed. So they've got some powder dry, and they're ready to move pretty quickly when the opportunity comes.
You talk about that optimism. In fact, they're much more optimistic than other businesses.
Well, I'm not sure I have comparison to other businesses, but they're more optimistic than they've been. Something like 68% of them now say that they're optimistic about the national economy, which is the highest number that we've seen since we started measuring it about 3 years ago. So they're feeling pretty good as they look at the past 12 months and as they look at the year ahead.
Thanks for sharing with us, Tom.
Thank you, Bill.